Hey everybody, it's me, Stu Helm, a food fan here at Food Fan HQ with another report for you about the local food scene. And this time I am going outside of Asheville just a little bit to Marshall, North Carolina, which is 20-25 minute drive outside of Asheville. And there's a lot of fun stuff. Marshall is a super tiny, super cute little town. And there's some fun stuff going on in Marshall, including the Star Diner, which I've talked about on my podcast before, and the the something monkey, what is it, Sweet Monkey Cafe, which I'm sorry I couldn't remember the name for a minute there, but I've known about it for a long time. It's been around for a long time and it's really great. So I recommend Sweet Monkey as well as the Star Diner. But Marshall has a brand new venue, and y'all are real fortunate to have this one. It's a real fun new bakery called Ivy and the Poet. That's IVY ampersand and then the Poet, Ivy and the Poet. And it is located right there on Main Street. And it is quite, I haven't been there. I haven't been out to Marshall since I went to the Star Diner, but I saw a post on Facebook made by Ivy from Ivy and the Poet, or actually Shawn. Shawn Ivy is the baker. It's her last name, not her first name. And she made a post about these cupcakes, these Easter cupcakes. So last Sunday was Easter as I record this. And these cupcakes were so freaking cute. They were like, they had a little nest made out of frosting on top and then some little eggs made out of chocolate covered peanuts. And they were just really cute. So I saw her post and I shared it on Facebook. And I guess it got a lot of juice. These days, I do have over 7,000 followers on Facebook, which is kind of amazing. So I guess she noticed a little bump from that, because the next thing I know, she is writing to me and saying, "Can I bring you some of these as a thank you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can." And so she was in Asheville delivering some of her baked goods around town. So look into that for yourselves if you own a retail spot. And she came over my house at about 9 o'clock at night on Saturday. And I don't go out at night and do things. And so I was home. And she dropped off not just some of these cupcakes, two of these wonderful cupcakes, but a whole array of stuff. And the stuff was just amazing, like all of it. And the cupcakes themselves, let me first describe those. They were carrot cake cupcakes with like a cream cheese frosting, and then this nest and the two eggs on top, two or three eggs. And the I can confess that a lot of times I am not the biggest fan of carrot cake. So I was actually a little disappointed when I heard that they were carrot cake. But my disappointment evaporated. My tears turned to joy when I took one bite of one of these cupcakes, and holy moly, they were just fantastic. They were moist and delicious, and the frosting wasn't too sweet, which is a problem that I encounter with frosting sometimes. And I shared them with my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law Willie. Dawn is out of town, unfortunately, but we got to split these two cupcakes between the four of us, and everybody raved. They were very well received by my family, and we are not fussy in the least, but we do know good food when we taste it. And so get some carrot cake cupcakes from Ivy and the Poet if they're available. I'm sure that they don't have the Easter egg nest on top any longer, but she probably does some version of them. And also, she brought over, I've got a little list here I'm going to read from. She brought over some cannolis, some black and white cookies, some little tiny rainbow cakes, which is a little tiny Italian cake covered in chocolate, some sugar cookies, and something called pignolis, which are little Italian cookies that are covered in pine nuts. And everything was great. The cannolis were chocolate chip cannolis, and they were very sweet and tasty. The standout to me among all of those, in addition to the cupcakes, was the black and white cookie. And I know that a lot of you out there really love black and white cookies, and I am among you. We are the same. We are one on that. And I have been eating them since I was a kid. And this might be one of the best, if not the best, black and white cookie I've ever had. It was very sort of fluffy and moist, and just super delicious. Didn't have too much frosting on it, and the frosting was really tasty. Of course, half of it was white, half of it was black, and I like that. Um, Being one half is vanilla, one half is chocolate, so I like that a lot. And so, if you live in Marshall, you've got a wonderful new bakery you can go to. And if you live here in Asheville, you can look for her stuff around town. And you can also take a trip to Marshall because it's not that far and it's a lovely drive. We are here in Asheville, we are really lucky to be just surrounded by so many cute little towns that are very small, little North Carolina style towns. And but they've been sort of cutified, and a lot of cool, really good restaurants actually are in these smaller towns right around Asheville. And I'm going to put Ivy and the Poet right up there among them. I don't know that you call a bakery a restaurant unless she's got tables and stuff, but and serving some savory food too. That I don't know. I will have to take a visit out there, but y'all can get on in there on your own, check it out, look for this black and white cookie in particular, see if she's got any carrot cake cupcakes, and try all the Italian cookies and such. Oh, and there were oatmeal cookies too, and they were really good. I'm a huge fan of oatmeal cookies, and they were awesome. All right, folks. Well, that's my little spiel about Ivy and the Poet out there in Marshall, North Carolina, just a little bit outside of Asheville. Go pay him a visit. Tell him Stu Helm sent you. All right, I'll check in with you in a little while.